Jungle and another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. I'm your chief, Jahar. Leader of the Kim Dynasty and the Spiritual Band is because we take our abundance as for the rest of rightfully ours. And on today's episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show and slight little segment of Cigar Talk, we're going to do the waterproof test for the Body Glove Tidal waterproof phone case. However, it's just that. So if you check out my last live, that's why I actually did the unboxing. But it says before you use the phone case, you need to. Also, I'm streaming from the iPad right now. Streaming from the iPad. That's why it's in this landscape mode. So it said do the waterproof test first. So it said get a paper towel, and this is just to make sure to prove like it passes the waterproof test. This is our proof of whether it passes the waterproof test or not. And get a mug to hold it down and submerge it in the water. So got the water right. A whole bug just flew into the water. I don't know if you just saw that, but got the water right there. Got the water right there. It was crazy. The Dale Earnhardt visuals I just had, those Dale Earnhardt visuals, bro, I was editing that junk in the rain, bro. In the rain. But I was in the bamboo forest. I was in the graffiti jungle. You know what I'm saying? And the trees held up. You know what I'm saying? So what it said to do first was to take the case, and it said do this waterproof test before you put your phone in it. And if it does not, if there's any moisture, any water in here, if anything, this gets wet, then it did not pass the waterproof test, and you need to call and get a replacement. But they say that all of the cases have been waterproof tested before they got sent. So let's I kind of just want to space it out just a little bit, because I really do, like, just in case any water comes through on the edge or something like that, I want to know. I want to know. So, and I'm rooting for it. I mean, we all should be rooting for it. You want, especially because now there was a waterproof pouch. I was like, I don't want that pouch, bro. The pouch was like $4 or $5, and so, but I want to be able to record and, you know what I'm saying, just keep the visuals going. And so I finally got this, and I told you I've been talking about this. I've been wanting this thing, bro, and I don't. But part of the reason is so I can record in the rain. Like I had one live. I went on live before, and that joint just completely, because it was raining. I was trying my best to be careful. I was trying my best to be careful. So to do the waterproof test, they said, and the way you get that, you got to put it on. You got to be able to snap it from the top first, and then on the sides, and then finally the bottom. So I am putting. I got a paper towel. Putting that on the inside. But yeah, you want something. If you want, especially if you bought something, you don't want that junk to be slightly waterproof. You want that junk to be all the way waterproof. So I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for it to pass this waterproof test. And so you're supposed to close it all the way up, and after you close it up, you can take a mug and put it on top of it to keep it submerged underneath the water. So I'm trying to make sure it's nice and tight, air sealed. Um, and then after this, I'll be able to put my phone in it. Now my phone is charging right now, but I want to be able to put my phone in. I also want to just be able to test to see if. Uh, so even after it passes this waterproof test, once you put your phone in, you're supposed to use the mute dial to see. Well, I'm actually curious as to how that works. I don't have a mute button on my iPhone, so I'm curious to see how this works. But that's the next thing. So after passing the waterproof test, you're supposed to check to see that the mute dial works as well. So I'm snapping it down. You're supposed to snap the top and then the sides. So I like it. It's a slick case. And now you can actually tell what color phone I have. You know what I'm saying? But I got a white phone. But in case you had any type of designs or any this and the third on the phone, it would be visible. That's why I want a car the same way. I want to, you know what I'm saying, invisible car. All right, so it is pretty much sealed all the way through. The last part to snap is, almost. The last part to snap is the bottom. And uh, oh, there's a piece of paper towel. So it does get pretty tight. It does get pretty tight. But there's a piece of paper towel sticking out. That's keeping it from closing. Okay. So it looks pretty much air sealed tight. Looks like we don't have any holes or crevices, nothing poking up. Everything seems flat. Alright. So we're supposed to do, you're supposed to take it and then keep it submerged for 5 minutes. Keep it submerged for 5 minutes. So I was like, what the heck I'm gonna do for 5 minutes? Get the pipe going. Stop playing. You knew. I'm gonna have to wait 5 minutes for what? For what? Okay. But we're gonna do this waterproof test. Let's do this waterproof test. And of course, close up the charger port. Okay. Now they have a huge emphasis on not putting pressure on the front of the case. You're not putting any pressure nowhere at any point in time on the front of the case. And I'm just trying to make sure. Now, like I was saying, you want it to pass the test. We want it to pass. You don't want it to fail. You don't want to see nothing fail. You want it to pass. You want to see if it do what it do. And this was $20, $21, and some change after tax. Okay. So it said to keep it submerged, you can put a mug on top of it. So here we go. It's in the water. There, it's right there in the water, and we're gonna put this right there. And it's actually not staying down. It wants to float right. Okay. Oh. So it's super flamboyant. Not, yeah. It's super flamboyant. So, uh, if you do so happen to take your phone and get it lost in the water, it will float to the top. I'll tell you that much. It's super flamboyant. It just wants to float. So it's 9:25 on the timer. 9 minutes and 25 seconds. There, it's stable. It is stable. It's submerged underwater. So here is the water test for the Body Glove Tidal waterproof phone case. 9:25 on the timer. This cigar pipe is on his last leg, man. The parts down here, is completely just charred and burnt up and just falling off, and I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. But I just need to last Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hey, babe. Just last about 5 more days. Just about 5 more days. So 9:25 on the timer. That means around 14:25. We can go ahead and pull it up and see how well it did. Now it also said it was supposed to be able to protect it up to 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. It's at 15 minutes flat on the timer. So it's over 5 minutes. It's over 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and see. how well. So after you take it out the case, out the water, you want to wipe it all the way off. Make sure it's completely dry, because you don't want to say it was any water, you know what I'm saying, that just crept up from the inside or from the outside. So I'll just try to make sure water on the edges for real. And we want to take it out and see how well, see what's up with this paper towel. No, I still got a little water. I still have a little water on the whatchamacallit. But we still on the whatchamacallit. We'll see. Okay. Here's the paper towel. Here's the paper towel. And let me just take a. It's dry. It is dry. 100% pass. 100% pass. Alright. I don't feel any moisture. It passed the water test. Yeah. Passed the water test. Awesome. Awesome. So that was good. That was the water test. That was the water test. Now I think it has a protective covering. I'm not sure if that's inside and outside. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna read the installation instructions. Put the phone inside, and then we gotta couple things we gotta do. Once it's inside the phone, we have to see how well the visuals still look on inside once it's inside the phone. Once the phone's inside, and um, yeah, that was really good. That was really good. Well, I'm assuming it's looking like the visuals. The visuals it should be okay. I guess then it's the audio. But we'll record and look back at the audio from there. All right. Thank you.